we go. So here's the top 10 starting grid. Look at that. Just a matter of time before the
Carnage.
carnage and disappointment once again. But for now, it does look nice. Um, we'll see what happens here. Does the first, third, fifth, etc. Do they start on the right side or the left side here? I don't know.
I think first has got the inside,
What?
meaning the right side. Not sure. Sure.
Hmm.
But
I'm gonna take a quick look at a YouTube video
okay.
and see. Let me see.
Yeah, very tight spread between 1 2 hundredth of a second separated.
Oh, it looks like first place and third place are gonna start on the left side.
Okay. That's good for turn 1, bad for turn 2.
Right. So I need to clear Hamilton basically in that
Yeah.
first turn. And hopefully you can too. But if not, you know, you're going to be side by side with Hamilton. So
But if he clears you, don't dive bomb it into
no,
turn
no,
1
no,
trying to get
no,
it back.
no, absolutely not. It's just if
It's
that's
not going to go well.
yeah, it's not going to go well. I'm going to lose my wing. It'll be over right in the beginning. So if he passes me, that would suck because I'm probably not going to be able to catch up to him. But if he does,
Who knows? You never know what's going to happen.
yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly. So I've just been trying to visualize the start of the race here, and I mean, it doesn't completely
Yeah,
matter.
don't.
But
Yeah, don't. You know, it's not race to be pulled the entire race. Just put in good laps, do your
yep,
tire management. We got the strategy, in our favor at least for now, and stay clean and hopefully it plays out.
he's on the mediums also.
He's on the mediums. It should be. I believe he should be on the mediums.
We'll take a look when we advance. You ready to advance? All right. Did you say yes or no? Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Let's just wait. Wait until you're ready.
No,
It's no big deal.
I am ready. I just had a technical issue. It wasn't getting your voice. It should be now. If you could just test that one.
Test
Second.
1 2. Test 1
Okay,
2.
you're good. Yeah.
Let me make sure my stream is up and healthy here. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay, I am going to hit it. Advance. Taking a look at the race director here. The top 5 cars are on the medium tire. Ocon in 11th is on the medium. Sainz in 14th on the medium. Ricardo in 18th on the medium. So basically it's us, both Mercedes, both Renault, and Verstappen and Sainz on the medium. Everybody else is on the soft. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
No,
So,
no, no. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure didn't lose the connection. Um, looking at the race strategy now, it's seeming to want. Hmm.
yeah, it
Hmm.
wanted to do a two-stop, like a medium, soft, medium.
Yeah,
It's a shorter time by 3-4 seconds, but I don't know. I don't buy it.
I'm not buying it either. Let's see how I can modify it.
So it allowed me to do the medium to hard, which is basically halfway through the lap, or halfway through. It's rough.
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't. Definitely doesn't want me to do the medium to soft. At least not with a one stop.
Yeah.
If you do medium to hard, what are you looking at for your pit lap?
When I switch, it wants to go to 15 and then switch.
Same for me.
Um, I can go plus or minus a few. The next best one would probably be 14,
Hmm.
16. It's a pretty tight window. It's maybe a half second on the side, so it's not really.
Yeah.
To get past 60, it really starts. So, you have preference there.
Mm.
Or your pole. You could also just set it and just see how the race unfolds, or whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's also kind of nice just to have something set.
Right. I think I'm going to go with 14.
Yeah, because that will protect you from an undercut.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So it's gonna go early. It's gonna you. And if you go long, then you have the undercut against you. So yeah. Yeah, if you were to have to lean one way or the other, I'd say go short on.
Yeah, yeah. So 14 is my choice.
Alright, I'll go 15.
Okay. And, of course, subject to change, but we will coordinate on the fly if we feel
Yeah,
necessary to
get
modify our
priority.
plans here. Okay.
Unless
Well, yeah,
something changes.
unless something changes and you're, up front, whatever. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Um, hmm.
Fuel-wise, I didn't do much fuel simulation in this one, so although actually no, I did. I was pretty much just burning about one a lap, no matter what what I did. So I might just do plus 1.5.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do
I
the
could
same.
probably get away with +1, but just to have a little extras.
Yeah.
Second.
I think I might need to take my contacts out.
Okay.
They're starting to irritate me a little bit, and I don't
Yeah.
want to have to deal with that during the race, so I'll be back.
Hit pause mid race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I am back. Yeah.
A couple texts came through that needed to be addressed
What's
before disappearing for 45 minutes, kind of thing.
what happened? Oh, I
Nothing,
hear you.
nothing
I got you.
crazy. It's not a text to sit on for 45 minutes, kind of thing.
Gotcha. I'll be right back.
Well, a little slow start here in Montreal, but should be a great start. And a 1 in first and third. AlphaTauri. I'm splitting the AlphaTauris. Stapping behind. Top 5 on mediums. Rest on softs, except for the Gina pack. Should be an interesting race. Have decent pace, just gotta stay clean.
I didn't hear anything you said. I stepped away again.
I was just talking.
Oh, okay. I went back.
Filling in my hundreds of viewers after we had a slow start to the stream and it's been quiet, so
Yeah.
getting them back up to date.
Getting them back
for
up
all
to
my
date.
hundreds of viewers.
I actually went back to my contact lenses because I put on the glasses and I was thinking, my lap times are so good on the contact lenses, and and
good.
the monitor just looks so much smaller when I have my glasses on. You know, it does kind of change
Oh yeah, I can
the
imagine.
way things look, and I figured let me stick with what I've been doing.
What you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, race strategy is done. Fuel is set. I think we just got to get to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry, I'm just letting this contact lens here get kind of settled in my eye. Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully I'm making the right choice here. Okay.
I think you are. You go long. just drive. That's all you gotta do. Main race.
Okay.
Don't build it up.
Oh, that's too late for that.
I know, it's tough being on pole. Well, I don't like it up there.
Yeah.
So, but don't view it like that. Just set your laps, set your pace, have the strategy, you have the tires that you want. Just don't hit anything and you know, see what happens. That's it. Don't think that you have to keep Hamilton behind you. Hamilton blows by you, whatever. Just set good pace. You should have the pace to catch back up or stay with him, and
Yep.
so many things could happen. I think great. Right?
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all as you
Hamilton wants
can.
his ball
I
back.
know. The hell, man?
I don't think he's gonna get it back to you. So don't damage on the formation.
I know.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Look.
Good luck. Yeah. I guess they were disqualified.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch. Well done, mate. Nice start. Okay, DRS is now available. We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
24 left rear. Oh! Box now, go to hards. You won't lose much. Good.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
JD's got the pit.
Yeah.
He's on a 2-stop.
Okay.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire grip around now.
First stopping is in.
Nice.
Gap to teammate behind is 32.5 seconds.
You have to pit again?
Yeah.
In this lap, push now. Okay,
Comes
the
out.
gap behind is 13.0 seconds.
Boxing this lap.
Exit now.
Stopping got me.
Look after these tires.
He has
now.
to make another
We
stop,
wanna
though.
Finish the race on this compound.
Okay.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. gap behind us is 2.1 seconds. You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second. Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty. Catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race. Gap to car in front is 1.7 seconds. We're leading our teammate by 26.2 seconds. gap to the car behind is 6.1 seconds. We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. to teammate behind is 15.0 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. Be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. We're leading our teammate by 10.9 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 2.6 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, gap ahead is 3.1 seconds. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
Ah. Where'd you finish?
Points. 8th.
That's not bad. Hey, I'm disappointed actually. I finished 6th. I didn't have the pace on the hards. I just did not have the pace on the hards. But I feel like well, I'll talk more about
Nice
it in a
job,
second.
though.
At least I scored points.
Yeah.
Ugh, that was
Big. 6th place. That's good. Good amount of points.
good reversal of fortunes at least. It should have been better, but like halfway through the race, I was having problems with my pedals, and I couldn't push as hard as I could. I really need to work on my setup, on my just the setup that I have here. It's not great. It's actually really bad. I have my pedals are kind of elevated and sitting on this cardboard box that's kind of the right size, because I don't like when my pedals are on the floor. It just feels like they're too far away, and I like being a little bit more compact. So I have them raised up, but I just have them resting on a box. And normally I don't have any issue, but today it started sliding to the point where I could tell, like, out of some corners when I was hitting the accelerator, my entire pedal assembly was like teetering off of the edge of this box.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh fuck. So I couldn't like push that hard, because if that thing falls over, then, you know, I can, who knows what's gonna happen then. My pedals would be like falling over to the side, and I may have crashed. So there were a few laps there where I had to be so careful with the forces that I was putting on the pedals, because I needed to like balance the thing.
Yeah.
And then there was finally one lap out of the hairpin. I had already been passed once or twice, and there was finally one lap where I kind of shifted my left foot onto the accelerator, took my right foot off of it, and then I just smashed the box with my right foot, just knocked it over to kind of get it in the right place, and then I switched my feet again. But oh my god, it was like I had to deal with that for actually quite a while, and it sucked. But even still, I realized I really didn't have the pace that I needed to win on hards. And actually, once I was on hards and I saw Verstappen made his last stop and he came out just ahead of me, I realized, oh, that's it. At that point, I was fighting for second, and I thought, oh, okay, I still have a realistic shot at the podium here. But they kept picking me off one by one in those late laps, and
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
I
it
was trying
looks
to
like-
I was trying to not like do anything stupid, like I have been doing. So you know, if they got alongside me or if they got a little ahead of me, I basically just let them have it. um,
Yeah,
to kind of preserve what I had going.
that's good.
I mean, I'm happy with 6th. It could have been a lot better, which I'm frustrated about. I mean, I was, for a good 2/3 of the race, I was thinking, I think I have a podium here.
Yeah,
and it
I
didn't happen.
was.
But I saw the
I was
accident.
hoping to.
I saw your accident happen in my rearview mirror. That sucked.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse, but I think this is still a good result for you. I mean, 6, yeah, it could have been podium, potentially, but I think with where the drivers fell in this particular race, um, no one that's above you in the constructor standings, besides the obvious ones, um, finished above you.
Yeah.
So, from Perez to Sainz to Ricardo to Norris, all those guys, they actually finished out of the points. So that's a nice, good point grab. Closes the gap for you.
Yeah.
Versus kind of just marginally moving
Right.
up. As they move up.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was nice to see. So at least Sainz, the big names, the Sainz, Perez, Ricardo, Norris. So you're probably top, the 4 people that competing against the most, and they didn't score any points.
Yeah.
So that's big. But yeah, it looks like everyone went for the 2-stop except for Ricardo, and it didn't work out for him either.
Yeah, I was already so.
And
committed
looking
to
at the pace,
one-stop,
it just
but
it
just I don't think it's the right
if you
way
had
to
an
go.
engineer, if you had an engineer, dedicated
Right.
just purely looking, then I'd say okay, yeah, call you in, switch the softs and try to pick up some pace.
Yeah.
But it was just, it's too hard to do when you're by yourself.
Yeah, you're just trying to.
You don't
run
see
your
anything.
race.
You're just like, oh, okay, I felt like that was good. You
Yeah.
don't see it all unfolding.
You
or,
don't see
or
the big
developing.
picture unfolding. You just see somebody coming up behind you, and I quickly glance and
Yeah.
see, okay, what tire is he on? And then I try and
Right.
figure out, okay, well, what's his strategy? But you're dealing with such partial information, and I was already
Yeah.
so committed to the one stop. But yeah, in hindsight, maybe I would have had a better result if I had made a stop there.
Yeah.
Kind of the midpoint or latter part of the race, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my race. I'm very happy,
really-
actually.
You really came back quite a bit.
Yeah, because I had to do 2 pit stops and 2 wing changes.
Oh wow.
So I really moved through the field, and I was 100th away from having the best lap. Verstappen got the best lap in the final.
Ah.
So I would have had the best lap there.
Yeah, with
I
my
got a 1-1-3, and I got a 1-2-4.
with my hards, I wasn't even close to that. Yeah, they were just so much faster than me at the end.
Yeah, I was running mediums, and it was a really good race. I was very happy that I got into the points because people were 2-stopping, so I was catching up.
Yeah.
If they were on the 1-stop strategy and it worked, it would have never happened. But slowly, 1-1, I kept seeing no pit. I'm like, oh, overtake, Rich, let's go, let's see what happens. And sure enough, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get these guys in the pit exit. Raikkonen was right there on the line. Like, I had to make sure not to cross the line, otherwise I would have gotten taken out. And I was fighting him for a bit, and then I lost him. And then I was like, so after me and Hamilton got tangled, I should have given more space. I closed the door, and I put his wheel into my tail, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I took a corner on the hard tires in the outlap, a little too aggressive. I kind of touched the grass a little bit, and it just went. And so I damaged my wing again, and so I boxed. But then, you had to change your tires.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
silly.
boxed for mediums, and I put 21 laps on mediums. And I made my way through the field, and I was like, holy crap, like, I was like, if I can manage to the end of the race, like, and the pack was fairly bunched up too. I think at worst, there was, it wasn't like, oh, everyone's getting lapped and, it's a minute and a half to pole. it was like, 40 seconds or something like that. So it
Yeah.
wasn't horrific. And so as I caught up to people like in Ricardo or Giovinazzi in the back, it was like, oh, in one, in a couple corners, you can overtake 3 spots,
Yeah.
if you do it well, or in 2-3 laps, whatever. So it was nice that it was still compact like that. So I was slowly making my way up the field. And then I was like, okay, maybe points are possible.
Yeah.
And then, I saw signs in Perez pit, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, okay, now I'll just be really happy if I can manage my tires. And
Right.
for 21 laps on mediums, I was like, oh, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, oh, 70%, this and that. And yeah, so I was pretty happy. So I'm pretty happy with where I ended up. So I think,
Yeah. I think it's a good race all around. I just wish it could have been better. You'll see. I mean, when you take a look at my stream, you'll see.
Yeah, I'll
happened?
watch it. Yeah, I was, I'll be honest, I caught up to, I was catching Bottas. I was really catching. I needed one more lap.
Yeah.
He was having some sort of issue. Jeff was telling me he was having an issue. So I was catching him about 9/10 a lap. And I was like 5 laps out at 5 seconds. And I was like, oh, come on. And I was catching him. I was like, oh, this would be great. And I just couldn't do it. But then I saw your name drop back. I was like, damn, he's 6th. Like, So I was hoping to hear you like screaming from the rooftops for that podium. I really felt like you were gonna have it. So
I thought it was going to happen. I just did not have the pace at the end. I think the one stop was actually not the right move on my part. But also the pedal issues really did not help.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
Also, in the first half of the race, I think it was in the first half of the race, I got 2 corner cutting warnings.
Okay.
One at the last corner, and then the other one at turn. I think there was one lap where I messed up turn 8 and 9, and I had to like take the apron a little bit, and it gave me corner cut. So that was 2 warnings. So I had that in the back of my mind the whole race. Like, I need to be careful in all of these corners to not get a penalty.
Yeah, because it's one more.
There's one more, and I'm gonna get a time penalty. So I didn't have the pace to begin with, but then also I wasn't quite sending it over these
play
corners.
mind games.
It does.
With
Like
you.
I had to,
because
I had to kind of take those corners at 90-95% just to make sure I put my wheels in the right place.
yeah, because
So.
I only had one, but with the past couple times, I think with our races or practices, we've gotten the penalty, and it's like it didn't tell you that you've been getting them. So I was like, oh man, I could be getting warnings and I have no idea. And so, because I think I got an exceed track limit on the inside of a corner, on turn 3, that one where you could take it real sharp. I ended up in the grass by the wall on the inside corner to go into, so it was crazy. It wasn't cutting corner 4, I was cutting corner 3 too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. But yeah, then I was like, oh, I can't, it'll be it won't be worth it. It won't be worth the 10th that I might gain to lose 3 seconds,
That's right.
So yeah, it does play mine. So yeah, if you had 2, I was like,
Yeah, I had 2. It's like it's not worth it. If I had 1 or 0, I would have been pushing more, and maybe I wouldn't have lost a couple of those positions. I still would have been losing positions because I didn't have the raw pace, but I would have been able to fight a little harder through some of those corners. But oh well, that's just what happened.
Yep. So
It was fun. I mean, it was fun though. It was fun to finally have a race where I was up there and in contention. So
yeah, that
hopefully
was a lot of fun in the beginning. I was tense for a while.
Oh man, and I saw you battling with Hamilton back there, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. And then finally you got in front of Hamilton, and I was relieved.
Yeah, I was trying to get there, play
Yeah.
good teammate. I was like, but I can't risk it.
I know.
And I was like, I gotta get in front of him because I was like, I gotta buy us time, like just to like slow the pace and manage it because we were just, I mean, the three of us were just on edge for like
On
12
edge.
laps, and
I
it's
wish I
like,
could have gapped
this is
it,
gonna
but
fall apart.
I wish I could have, you know, gapped Hamilton, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was pushing so hard, and he was right on me the whole time.
Yeah, well, he had the
so much speed.
DRS. You know,
Yeah, he had
so,
of course, he had the DRS, so he was just glued to the back of me. And then when you got behind me, I had a little bit of breathing room. Like, okay, at least it's not Hamilton.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't pull away. And for the first few laps, you know, we had quite a train behind us. And I thought, oh my God.
It was really compact.
Very compact. And then I just kind of forgot about it. I was focused on hitting my marks, keeping Hamilton behind there. And then I looked, I don't know, laps later, and I saw, oh, everybody else is gone. It's just you, me, Hamilton, and maybe one other guy, but it had spread out a bit. But the first few laps, it was like the entire top 15 seemed like was on my ass, and it's always kind of embarrassing. I feel like when you're in the lead or you're in any position, and you feel like you're holding everyone up, but things eventually. I don't think
you were holding anyone because
yeah.
he couldn't get around you on the DRS,
yeah.
and so you were just holding him off. I mean, that's all you can do is, and then there was a couple, and that's where I was starting to get concerned because I was like, I was just hoping that you kept in mind like I could run the perfect line, but he's gonna have that DRS advantage.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't want you to like toss it up by defending because, well, he just of course has top end speed.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, fight him on the next corner, but you held him off. But I was worried there was gonna be some tangling. Like, I'm trying to defend the spot.
Yeah.
Sure enough, here I am. That's pretty much what happened to me.
I
was trying to block it, not have it, and I should have just. I could have taken down the inside, but I just closed the door too much.
Yeah. Actually, I lost second place to Leclerc on that straightaway where you tangled with Hamilton. Leclerc was making a move on my left side. He had a good run on me, and by the time we got to the hairpin, he just cleared me, and it's like, oh, well, shit, he got me. I'm not gonna lose my wing here.
So
yeah, he got me on the left side before we got to the hairpin.
Because I mean that happened like, I got tangled up. I felt like at like the 200-meter board or something like that. I thought it was pretty close to the hairpin. I didn't realize he had enough time to come around and do that.
Well, I mean, I may have messed up a corner preceding that. I'll have to check the replay, but I remember that's where Leclerc got me, and I thought, oh, well, all right, still a podium, in third place, and we hold off Vettel. But I just kept one by one. They kept picking me off. They were just faster than me, and I was not going to lose a wing. You know, I keep doing that. I fight too hard. I drive it too deep into the corner.
It was tough to overtake. So. Like, I mean, I know Hamilton's Hamilton, but I was really fighting for that spot, and I couldn't get it. And then eventually, I kind of found enough where I was like, okay, I think I can send it here.
Yeah.
And where I can get side by side, so it'll be wheel on wheel, not wing into wheel. Mm-hmm. And it was tough, but yeah, it's just unfortunate the tire strategy didn't work.
Yeah, well, now we know.
Now you know.
Now we know.
But a good race.
Good race, nevertheless. So. Nice to score points for a change. It bums me out that I think all I did was match my best so far. 6th at China.
I think you
really
got Hungary at 6 or something.
No, Hungary was 8th. I did 6th in China, I believe. So all I did was match that, which stinks because for much of the race, this really should have been far better than 6th. But oh well.
Let's see. China and France, you've gotten 6. So.
Oh, I totally forgot about France. Yeah.
So.
Oh well.
But it's crucial points. So you'll take the points. The positive step. You know, it's a good step in the right direction. Clears your mind. And
Go from there. Let's do our drawing, I guess.
yeah.
Ready to advance?
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
I gotta take pictures. Good, we can advance.
All right, ready?
Yep. So that was what was that? 7.
9. That was 9.
Okay. So we are going to 17.
Sochi.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Track difficulty easy. My ass. These are so arbitrary.
Yeah.
That is not
They're
an
a little
easy.
off.
That is not an easy track. I would venture to say that's actually a pretty hard track.
Sector 3 is a little tough. Yeah, you got that
Yeah.
kind of like a little hump elevation change to braking zone
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
it's not. It's not the easiest.
Honestly, let's
So-
let's be realistic. No track is easy. None of these I would consider
No.
an easy track.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Some are harder than
I
others,
mean,
but I wouldn't call any of them easy.
Monza
Monza, yeah.
gets as probably as easy as it can get. Although Sector 2, you got some of those really, you get the high speed and you're running no downforce, and then all of a sudden
Right.
you need all the downforce you can get.
Right. Sector 2,
As so,
you can get
and
into.
then heavy braking.
It's like it's an easy track until it isn't. Sector 2, you can have problems really quickly there.
Yeah.
It's
I guess easy. It's easy as in regards to a sustained level of effort. Sure, you get cooldown periods.
yeah, you can kind of relax.
Monaco, Singapore, some of the other ones we have. There's never a moment to
No,
go.
you
"Oh,
don't.
okay."
Right. Yeah. And that's what I would say what makes Monaco the most difficult is because you don't have that mental break. You have to be on it 100% of the time, and it's so
Yeah.
exhausting.
For those 5-lap folks listening, yeah, you don't know.
You have no idea.
But yeah. So yeah. Standings here.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll end the stream. Our next race will be the Russian Grand Prix. And, okay. See you later.
Yeah.